So welcome back. Today let's learn about while loop in Python. So let's get started. So what's a while loop? So in Python, a while loop is used to run a block of code until a certain condition is met. So let's say we want to write my name is Pratap. Okay, let's write my name is Pratap here. Say print my name is Pratap. So if I want to write my name is Pratap one time, so this is okay. So let's write my name is Pratap. So we get one time, and let's say we want to write 5 times. So what we can do is we can copy this line and we can say 5 times, and then we can run this code. So we get this 5 times, right? But let's say we want to run this code 100 times. So it's not possible to copy and paste 100 times, right? Or you can say 1000 times or 10,000 times. So copy and pasting the same code, it's not feasible, and it's not what we should do in programming. In order to work with this, we have while loop. So what's a while loop? A while loop is used to run a block of code until a certain condition is met. How is the while loop? Let's say while we have some condition, and based on the condition, if the condition matches, then we'll do some statements. Okay, so this is how a while loops look like. So while is a keyword, has a condition. So based on the condition, it will go and run the statement. So it will run as long as the condition is met. Okay. So let's try one example. In order to work with while loop, we need to have some counter. Let's say if I say print your name 5 times. So in your mind, you'll have to count something, right? So you'll say my name is Pratap, my name is Pratap, my name is Pratap, my name is Pratap, my name is Pratap. So you have to define this counter. So for that, we'll have some counter. Let's say counter equal to 0. Okay, or let's say let's say 0. Okay. Now let's check for the condition until my counter is less than or equal to 5. So we have a condition. So now let's have a statement. So we can say print, and let's say my name is Pratap. But now counter is 0. Okay, so we have to check the condition. So after we have this statement, we need to update the counter. So we can say counter equal to counter plus 1. So we say we are incrementing the counter by 1. Let's say like I say my name is Pratap. Now I increase the counter. My name is Pratap. My name is Pratap. My name is Pratap. My name is Pratap. So I'm increasing the counter. Okay. So if you run this code, you see we have this my name is Pratap. We have here how much time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Why? Because we start with 0. So we check if our counter is less than or equal to 5. Let's also print the counter here. Say my name is Pratap, and let's say counter, and so that it will give us a more overview. So you see here we have a counter of 0 in the first iteration. So 0 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, it's less than 5. So it prints the statement. So here we increment the counter by 1. So now our counter, the value of counter is now 1. 1 is less than 5. Yes, it is. It will print statement, and then it will increment the counter by 1. So now our counter is value is 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes, it is. It will print this. So we increment by 1. 3 is less than 5. Yes, it is. And then we'll increment by 1. So counter is now 4. So 4 is less than 5. Yes, it is. It will print, and it will increment by 1. So we have 5. Is 5 less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is. So it will go and print, and it will increment by 1. So now counter value is 6. So is 6 less than or equal to 5? No, it's not. So it will end the loop. So if you see the flow chart, so we'll have some condition. So based on the condition, it will go to the body of the loop, and then it will go back to the test again. And if the condition is false this time, it will terminate the loop. Okay, so this is how a basic while loop looks like. We have this break keyword. So how can we use break keyword in the while loop? So let's say let's comment this part of the code, and let's have the counter again. Okay, counter equal to 0, and you can say while counter is less than or equal to 5. So we should join this less than 5. So while counter is less than or equal to 5, and then we can check some condition here. If counter equal to, if the counter is 3, we will say break. Otherwise we'll say print my name is Pratap, and I'll also print the counter. So here what I've done is I have a counter variable which has a default value of 0, and inside this while loop I'm checking the condition of this counter if it is less than or equal to 5. And inside the while loop I have this if statement. If the value of counter is 3, then I'm using break. So what is a break keyword? If there's a break keyword, it will break out of this loop, so it will go out of this loop. Okay, and if we run this code, we can see we have a infinite loop. Why? Because we never changed the value of counter here. So this is very dangerous. Let's increment the value of counter. It's a counter equal to counter plus 1. So let's run the code again. So you see here, so why did we get only this 3 output? We should have got 6 output like the previous example. That is because we have this counter check here. So counter, currently the counter is 0, 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is. Is counter equal to 3? No, because counter is 0 right now. So it goes and print this. It increment the counter by 1. So now we have 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, it is. Is counter 1 equal to 3? No, it is not. It goes to the statement. It prints and it increment. Now we have the counter is 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is. It's 2 equal to 3. No, it is not. It will go and print and then it will increment. Now we'll have the counter value is 3. Is 3 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is. It's 3 equal to 3. Yes, it is. So in that case, it goes and break. That means it will exit out of this loop. Okay, so this is how break works, break keyword works. So let's run about this continue. So here in continue, like we can replace this break instead of continue. Now let's remove break and place continue, and let's run this code. So what does this continue does? So it will continue, like it will skip the next statement and it will continue the loop. So let's check how. So the problem here is the counter is 3 and it never goes to this counter equal to counter plus 1. Okay, so how can we fix this? Let's put this side, or maybe here. Let's replace this and let's run. So if you check this code, so how does this continue work? Let's take an example again. We have a counter equal to 0. So we increment the counter. Now counter is equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. Counter 1 is equal to 3. No, it is not. It will go and print. It will go to here. Counter, the value of counter was 1. So 1 is less than 5. Yes, it is. So now we increment the counter by 1. So it is 2 now. 2 is equal to 3. No, it is not. It will go and print. It will go to the loop again. And then it will increment it. 3 equal, like the value of counter will be 3 now. And if the value of counter is 3, yes, it is. And then it will continue. So if you check here, when the value of counter is 3, it doesn't print anything because it doesn't go to this statement. It just skip the next part of the statement. If you can see here, like we have 1, 2, but we don't have 3 because we said that when the counter value is 3, we should skip the rest of the statement and continue with the loop. So this is how a while loop works. So we also have another use case of while loop. So let's copy this again. I would like to comment this. Let's comment. Let's paste it here. So we have else keyword in our while loop, and I can say else, and I can say print I am running from the else block. So if I run this, if you see now, if you check the output, we have this. So we are clear about this. But once the while loop is completed, the block of code will go to this else block and it will print this. But what we have to note here, another thing is, like if we use break here, like let's break after this and let's run this code, it will not go to the else block. We should remember that. If we are using break keyword inside the while loop, we should note that it will not go to this else block. But if we don't have any break statement in the while loop, in the body of the while loop, it will go to the else block. You can see from here. I am running from the else block. What is a while loop? A while loop is a block of code which is used to run a same code multiple times. Like in this case, I want to print my name is Pratap 100 times. So I will run the code 100 times. So while loop is used to run a block of code until a certain condition is met. So it's simple as that. this is it from this section. We'll use it more frequently in the upcoming section. This is it from this session. See you in the next one.